the way we come down and have a chance to win that football game, and with the last throw, you know, a lot of you that are riders probably, you know, you're right. Georgia State's 2-6, but there's a lot of things that we take out of a tough game, and this is a disappointing defeat. It is certainly a disappointing defeat because, you know, when you look at we have 59 plays for 521 yards. You would have thought, hey, this was a pretty good day, but it turned out we came out on the wrong end, and Coastal Carolina made the plays when they needed to make the plays, and we couldn't get them off the field. I had to tell you the truth. They had 66 plays for 476 yards, and the last kick there at the end certainly did not seal our fate. We had an opportunity to go down there and make a play to win it. But, you know, congratulations to Coastal Carolina for doing it, and they did it. But it's the disappointment alone is probably the number one lesson that we're going to learn from this, because we see a lot of guys in that locker room that have have an extreme care for playing this game and playing for this team. I don't know if that's always been the case, and maybe I'm mistaken in that. But there's a lot of hurt in that locker room. There's a lot of hurt. Me sitting right here. But it's a tough game. You know, it's a tough game. Every single day there's a winner and there's a loser. That's just how it is. And unfortunately, we came out on the wrong end today.
We'll get the mic.
Coach, you had 3 freshmen on the O-line today. Can you assess their play and how you think they did there?
You know, when you rush for 290 yards, somebody was blocking somebody. You know, there was a hat on a hat, you know, and it starts with those guys up front. I think for the most part, they handled themselves pretty well. I mean, they're pretty well. There early in the game, we gave up pressure on 3rd down to where it was a miscommunication. But to go center, right guard, right tackle for freshmen in a college football game, I've been coaching for a lot of years, and I don't know if I've ever had 3 of my 5 be freshmen. And I've coached offensive line for a lot of years. I think they did pretty good.
Yes, Coach Anthony with the Atlanta Voice. You were saying pretty much with this loss, it would pretty much kind of build your team, and that a lot of emotions were shown. I know for one, I saw after Penny Hart dropped the pass, he was very upset with himself walking back to the sideline. Was there anything you heard from him when you came into the locker room after the game?
Yeah. A lot of tears is what I heard. I mean, that's, you know, when you want something so bad, it brings you to tears, and he lays it on the line. That's what it's about. You get 115 guys on your football team that care like he does. Man, we're in for something. You know, stay around because it's coming. So that's what I heard from him.
Yeah, Coach, you talked before about your young secondary getting experience and growing. Could you talk about their play today? You made a number of pass deflections, including the last drive that Coastal Carolina had.
Well, you know, at times, you know, I just look at it. We got 2nd and 20 right there in the end. I don't know. I'll have to go back and really look at the film. I'm not going to sit here and say it was a good day for them. It wasn't. We had pass interference penalties where we're turning wheel routes loose. There's some free running space in their passing game today, and they're known for running the football. I'm not sure what they threw for today. 225 yards. I mean, you know. So I don't know if they had a very good day today. And it's tough to say it like that. But certainly have got to get more experience, get better. Not just the understanding of the game. Understand what to look for, how to play in the covers, understand 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, what typically you might see. We got to grow. We got to grow in our secondary.
Coach,
guys have given up a lot of points in the beginning of the last few games, including today, 17-0 in the first quarter. What do you think it will take for you all to get faster starts on defense and allow fewer points?
I think it's going to take a sound defense, and I think it's going to take tackling and getting people to the ball. I mean, yeah, there's some holes on us defensively. I mean, listen, it doesn't take a football coach to see that at all. I mean, we got to reevaluate some things, and there has been a lot of that. I mean, it truly has been, but there's got to be a little bit more.
And you mentioned a lot of hurt in the locker room. It was 2 balls off Penny's hand in the last minute or so. What's the message you have for him after the game?
Keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. You think he woke up today and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna drop a couple." You know, you guys have seen Penny Hart play. He is everything you want a football player. He's everything you want a leader. It's who he is. It went off his fingertips today, and did. I mean, you got to lift a young man like that up, because he's putting everything on his shoulders right now, thinking that it was all him, and it's not even close.
You harped on how you want your defense to get better at on those run plays. They gave up a few big plays. I know you mentioned you want to go back and look at film, but what was your message to them after those big plays and getting them to go back out on the field after each scoring drive for Coastal Carolina to stop them?
It's probably more so my message to their coaches, you know, because there wasn't a whole lot of missed tackles out there today. You know, it wasn't like they were dropping their heads and they were missing the tackles. It was getting these guys in the right spot to be able to tackle. That's where I think the mishaps were today. I mean, it's just eyes in the right spot, alignment, assignment. I mean, you all guys know by the time you motion that back out, I mean, they're running quarterback draw, correct? Everybody know that? Yeah, we do too. But some reason we're gonna make those guys understand it. So yeah, we gotta go do that.
Coach, you guys went on about a 27-3 run, I believe, after the end of the first quarter. What got you guys going offensively and defensively to score those points and to hold them to those points during that period?
Yeah, I mean, execution, that's what gets everything going. And it's not a rah-rah speech. It's not, hey, let's do this, let's do that. You know, it's just execution. You know, the game of football is a hat on a hat and manipulating the odd man out, the 11th guy. That's what it is. And we put hats on hats and opened some running lanes and protected and did the things necessary to give us that today.
As coach, I know pretty much starting the game, you guys started out trailing, and it may and this question may kind of reiterate something you may have said to other people's question, but I know pretty much going into halftime, you guys were down, came out, and were able to regain, to get the lead within the second half. What do you think was, what do you think was helpful in doing that?
I mean, we're down 7 points. It was 2013, right? I mean, you go in there and just do what you do. I mean, we're down 35-7. You know, so you just go in there and you say, hey, you know, let's go play. Let's get some stops. We get the opportunity. We come back out. We have the first drive of the second half. The very first play, it goes for whatever it was, 65, 70 yards. You stay the course with it. You know, we certainly didn't go in there and draw up new plays and do all that stuff. We just looked at it and said, all right, you know, we're good where we are. We feel like we can handle them, and let's just go make sure. Let's keep the confidence in these guys, because we've got the momentum, and now we get the ball back in the second half. Let's go put a score in and see where this thing goes.
Last question.
A couple weeks ago, you said you saw the fight lead this team, and you were able to turn that around. And just like you said tonight, it seemed like the fight is back in this team. Do you use that as something you can draw on to kind of rally the troops for going forward?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, this team fights to the very end. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you look at us and, God, a week ago at halftime, they could have really cashed it in. I mean, you know, and you come back out and it was, would it end up being 51-35, something like that? I mean, there's fight in these guys. There's definitely that, and that's a good thing because you can't go out and find a lot of fight these days, and a lot of people, not in this day and age. So we've got some fighters in there. We do, and you got to have fighters because we're going through a tough situation right here, very, very tough, and it's not easy. Most people in this situation right here would quit. A lot of people in their life, if it was their doggone marriage, they'd have done quit. They'd quit on their kids. We're not doing that. We're not seeing that. So we're making progress in that area.